liquor ban naman din. Sinabihan natin kanina na mag-close muna sila at sinabihan natin yung mga Davaoeños na umuwi na po muna hanggat hindi natin malaman kung ano talaga nangyari dito.
How long are we going to implement the earlier ban, sir?
Ngayong gabi lang, ma'am. Maybe tomorrow may answers na tayo from EOD and the BAM squad.
Okay po. Sir, what is your directives to the authorities for this especially?
Yun nga, kanina. Sinabihan natin sila na mag-ikot sa mga bars na to close muna kasi nag-flood po ng mga threat po sa 911 natin. So narinig nyo rin kanina, merong threat sa terminal sa Dicot. So yun kaya pinaunahan na namin yung mga bar owners na pauwiin muna na yung mga customers nila.
Sir, nanig
Sa? As of now, nasa emergency room ng Southern Philippines Medical Center, nasa mga 25 po ata. Yung nasa emergency room, yun yung text message na natanggap.
Wala na expire.
Wala pa ko information regarding that, ma'am.
Sa Laing Hospital,
May 9 po sa Davao, Doc.
a while back, Pastor, not just 2 days ago, we already talked about a threat in Davao.
Yeah, you know, ma'am, nandyan po yan parati yan. No? Kahit sa buong mundo may threat po talaga. So, yun lang nga, ang dumarating sa aming information is unconfirmed. Okay, so, sa ngayon po, wala po ako masabi talaga except yung police lang po at yung EOD at ang BAM squad na makasabi kung ano yung cause ng explosion dito.
Yung grupo, sir, wala pa po.
Inubos yung Tagalog ko.
Okay.
Alright, thank you. Okay, guys.
Bisaya pa.
Alright mga kapuso, yan po si Vice Mayor Paulo Duterte at gaya po ng sinabi niya, sinara na muna lahat ng mga establishmento, mga bar sa Davao City dahil may mga natatanggap pa raw na iba pang mga threat. Although unconfirmed, marami raw ang tumawag sa kanilang hotline 911 para sabihin na may mga threats. So pinauwi na ang mga nananatili pa sa mga lugar na yon, pero wala pang masasabi kung hanggang kailan mananatili ang ganitong klaseng paghihigpit. At kagnay pa rin ng pagsabog, makakausap naman natin ngayon si Ruth Palo Dumandan ng RGMA Davao. Ruth, anong latest update mo para sa amin?
Okay, andito na ako nakita ko na yung mga patay, no? Nakapasok kasi ako dito sa massage area talaga. Kasi nakikita natin yung mga upuan ng mga itong mga upuan na ito yung mga inupuan ng mga masahista at saka yung mga nagpamamasahe. Andito sa area yung scene of the crime operatives, itong mga soko. At hindi pa nakaratay pa rin sa daan itong mga on the path na mga victims. At hindi pa sila kinukuha. Okay.
Ruth, base doon sa mga nakikita mo dyan sa lugar, masasabi mo ba, matatansya mo ba kung gaano kalakas yung pagsabog? Kasi ang alam lang natin, malakas yung narinig ng mga nasa kabilang building, yumanig yung bintana nila, gaya ng sinabi ni Father J-Boy na nasa tapat, tas may nakita na lang usok. Pero kung nandyan ka mismo, kung nasan yung mga casualties, masasabi mo ba kung gaano kalakas yung pagsabog?
Yung sa impact ng pagsabog, malakas talaga. Kasi nasampo yung on the spot ayon kanina sa isang masahista din na nakaligtas na mga 20 meters away siya, doon sa blast area talaga, sinabi niya na nilagay, sumabog daw yung upuan. So meaning, nakalagay yung bomba, upuan. Hindi nila alam kung nakabalot siya. Basta sumabog na lang daw, nakita niya yung pagsabog, 20 meters away siya, nakita niya yung pagsabog sa isang upuan.
Okay, kasi ito Ruth
yun yung sinabi ng isang masahista rin kanina na nakaligtas sa insidente.
Okay, lilinawin natin.
Ruth, makikita natin hanggang sa mga oras ito ay yung mga team of the crime operative.
Ruth, linawin ko lang kasi ikaw pa lang ang nagsasabi, Ruth. Ruth, linawin ko lang kasi ikaw pa lang ang nagsasabi sa amin na may nakausap ka na nakakita ng pagsabog.
Patagilid, no? Ng mga itong posisyon ng mga biktima. Pero isa na parang anong tawag doon? Nakapatihaya, no?
Oo.
Meron ding yung iba din para ang iba kasi daw, ang victim is mga yung nagpapamasahe, yung nagpamassage, no? Hindi lahat itong mga masahista, yung nagpapamassage, yung mga customer, o ito yung mga, ibang biktima. Nakikita dito ng 10 itong on the spot, no, na nakita na patay dito sa area, ayon sa pahayag ng scene of the crime operatives itong Sopo. At so ganito po yung sir, ilan ba yung ilan yung on the spot na napatay, sir? Wala ka idea. Okay.
Ruth, balikan ko lang, Ruth.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Ruth, naririnig mo ako. Balikan ko lang yung sinabi mo kasi ikaw pa lang ang nag-report sa amin na may nakausap ka na nakita yung aktual na sumabog, no? Yung bagay na sumabog. Tama ba?
Yes.
Nakapatong lang siya sa upuan?
Nakapatong lang daw sa upuan, pero hindi niya alam kung nakabalot anong kinalalagyan ng bomba. Nakita na lang yan na doon sa upuan na nakalagay at tumabog.
Okay.
Upuan sa mga masahista. Kasi hindi nila matansya kasi may mga bagay-bagay din na mga bag nila nilalagay nila sa upuan. So, kung nakatayo man sila, kung wala mga customer. So, hindi nila alam kung sino naglagay, hindi din nila alam kung anong forma. Basta nakita na lang yan na sumabog na doon sa ang upuan, nakalakay sa upuan, yung bomba.
Okay. At nabanggit ba niya kung may nakita siya na naglagay doon? Kasi kanina, nung nakausap namin si Tek, meron daw 2 kahina-hinalang babae. So, etong nakausap mo, nasabi ba niya kung may nagpatong or basta na lang niyang nakita na nakapatong na yon?
Kasi maraming tao. Maraming tao na nakatayo, hindi niya alam, hindi nila namalayo. So, sobra siguro nga kumpiyansa. Dito yung taga-EOD. So mag-confirm niyo ba ilan yung on the spot, sir? Yung taga-pagsalita lang ng oo. Okay.
Oo.
Pinuputo pa sila ng Sopo para ginagawa ng mga Sopo.
Okay, Ruth, maraming salamat dun sa bagong impormasyon na iyong binigay sa amin, sa iyong pag-ulat mula dyan sa Davao City. At mga kapuso, patuloy lang po ang ating pagbabantay rin po sa mga pangyayari. At gaya po ng nasabi namin kanina, si Pangulong Duterte nasa Davao City po at pinupulong ang mga pulis at meron po tayong mga ulat na pinupulong na rin niya ang iba pang miyembro ng gabinete. At sa ngayon, yung ibang residente ng Davao, pinauwi na rin po para nasa mas ligtas na lugar at sitwasyon.
We now speak with PNP Region 11 Director, Police Chief Superintendent Manuel Garland. Good evening. Good morning. Thank you for joining us, sir. Sir, can you give us any more information? Have you received any more information on this explosion?
As of this time, the situation is very fluid, but I can give you a report now that 10 are dead on the spot and 24 are injured in the hospital and another 2 are dead at the Southern Philippines Medical Center. As of the other hospitals, we're still trying to collate the reports if there are any other victims that were brought to other hospitals.
Sir, any idea of who might be behind this? Are you getting any preliminary information? I mean, we heard of some security threats before. Of course, we know of the threats on President Duterte. Do you have any leads at all?
Well, as of this time, we do not want to speculate, but we are conducting our investigation, gathering evidence at this time. As you can see, our post-blast investigators are still in the area, sifting through the debris, what possibly could have caused the explosion.
Now, sir, we just heard from Vice Mayor Paulo Duterte saying that there is no lockdown in the city, but of course, we will be probably seeing more intensified security. What is next? What do you think what's going to happen while investigation is taking place?
Well, we assure the people of Davao that we have deployed maximum number of police personnel in coordination with the armed forces of the Philippines, particularly Task Force Davao, to beef up the security of the city and also the neighboring cities and municipalities of Davao region. So at this time, we are our policemen are in the streets, and we also ask the people to be vigilant because there could be possible attacks, if any, if this is coming from any group of persons, any particular group of persons. So it's better to be more vigilant so that they can help the police. But please, we are calling on the people not to spread any rumors or any unconfirmed reports.
Yes, definitely, that doesn't help. Although, sir, can you confirm for us, earlier we also heard people saying that there were news or people were hearing about a possible second explosion. Are you hearing more about this?
As of this time, no. That's why I'm requesting all the people not to spread unnecessary information if they have not personally confirmed that information. It might add to the panic and confusion.
Sir, this is not the first time this happened in Davao. There's been a history of bombings there. For example, in 1993 at San Pedro Cathedral, there were 150 injured, 2 killed. In March 2003 at the Davao airport, there was a bombing. Even 2005 also, Valentine's Day bombing. This was in different areas in Davao City where even a 12-year-old boy died in a bus terminal. Can you tell us, is this something that was expected? Were you hearing of more reports? How do you feel about this? What's the situation? How are people preparing for this?
Well, that is why we have security forces deployed in the area. Not only the Philippine National Police, we have the Task Force Davao. We have been conducting checkpoints. And we have received reports before, but the attack cannot be just predicted or based on any general report. So, if in case this is indeed an attack from any group, then I would still alert more personnel so that we can prevent a similar attack in the future.
Okay. Sir, have you heard from the President any news at all on whether President Duterte will be going to the area? Because earlier we were speaking to our senior correspondent, Ina DeLong. She heard that he was making his way there.
If he's going back to the place or if he's still in the area. But definitely he sent some people to check what is happening and check on the patients and gave some instructions regarding rescue operations going on.
So you expect, of course, this operation is going to go on for quite some time, sir?
Yes, definitely. There are still things to be done, like as I've said, the investigation, the treatment of people in the hospitals, and more importantly, the prevention of a similar or possible attack.
Sir, in terms of the casualties, do you have any information on who they might be? Because we heard that there were also many children on the area, and we heard you confirmed there are 10 dead. Do you have any information on whether they're male, female, the age?
The 10 are 5 males and 5 females. All of them are adults, and in the hospitals, mostly adults. I have not heard any report yet on minors being treated.
And as for the injured, you said about 60 injured. Are they all from there? Because there are also many tourists that go to that area.
I can only confirm 24 at this time. I have not checked the other hospitals. So most of these injured are adults.
Okay, thank you very much, Major Superintendent Manuel Garland. Thank you for all that information, for joining us tonight. Our senior correspondent